looking at my own face, bro. I was like, who the hell is that guy? I hope you guys are all ready. We're gonna interview the amazing Heki Tonkery, you know, close personal friend, homie of the community. GG's, Neb, GG's. Let me just turn down the lo-fi, which is super overpowering and stuff. So I don't know why the hell it's that damn loud. How do you guys hear it? Like, is it low? Is it loud? Is it a good violence? Or it's because Chrome's volume be on the goddamn fritz all the time. Hi, Jay. Loud? What about now? Okay. But yeah, guys, you know, today we got Heckers on the channel. You know, I gotta make sure that this episode is perfect because, you know, he's a perfectionist. You don't like that show. He said he'll beat me with his stick if I keep. But, you know, there's no easy way to introduce Heckers because he's such an amazing human streamer, father, you know. Every now and then you meet someone whose light doesn't just shine, it hums, it burns steady, warm, and patient. Not because their life was easy, but because they learned how to glow through the hard parts. Heckers is that kind of light, a husband, a father, a creator who found peace inside the noise, who turns fear into rhythm and chaos into art. Tonight, this isn't just about monsters or those mechanics. It's about the man who walks through both and what it takes to keep your light alive in the dark. I bet y'all ain't think I was that intelligent, huh? Fuck off. Time to play the game. See, I ruined it already. There we go. Time to play the game.
Bro,
get rid of this. My bad. Sorry.
How the hell you better answer properly, fam? Like, what the hell?
Sorry.
Web trade, they all got it properly. You fucked up my shit.
All right. We'll come back. We'll try that again. What do you mean, ChatGPT? There we go. Play the game. Properly, right there.
Yo, peeps, yo! What up, everybody? How we all doing? Yo, man, that was a banging intro. Thank you, fam. Thank you. That was fire. That almost got me as well.
Damn, really?
That genuinely nearly got me. I was like, all right, this has got his chat GBT speech, okay? Well, how we doing, peeps? What up, peeps?
We're not playing nothing, actually. This is an interview of Heckers. You know, we're getting to know Heckers. Down right to the man and stuff. Kelly, why did that? I was making. I don't know, bro. Kelly said it, and I'm looking around like, damn. Wait a minute. I know the screen. We can't have this because this is meant to be like a heart to heart. You know, I can't be laughing and stuff. All right. So let's start at the origins of Heckers. Let's start at the beginning. Before the camera, before the chat, before the name. Heckers meant anything online. There was always a first spark, a reason someone falls in love with the dark, right? What's the first horror game that truly hooked you and what made it different from everything else?
The first horror game that truly hooked me. You know what? I would have to say, I played horror games before this, but I didn't like horror games. So this is the first horror game that I played that I genuinely enjoyed and finished. And it's quite more of a recent one. It was before I started streaming on Twitch, when I was doing YouTube. It's actually Man of Medan.
Interesting, okay.
So, Dark Pictures Anthology. So I played horror games before that, obviously, but I didn't like them. As in, like, they scared me too much. Man of Medan, I genuinely enjoyed the story, enjoyed the jump scares, everything. And I enjoyed making content on that. Man of Medan is probably up there for me.
And did you play Man of Medan like on console, or was this like before you had your whole setup going?
No, this is console. This is on my PlayStation. So I had my old PC. So I was just recording on Elgato with that. Was it PS4? Yeah, PS4. And then I was just putting out the content on YouTube. Just put 5 parts, I think it was, on YouTube.
Okay, all right. How do you choose what horror games to stream? Does it have to do more with story, atmosphere, or just you look at the trailer and you're like, damn, my adrenaline is just gonna be spiked through the roof this whole time?
It can be any of what you just mentioned. Listen, don't get it twisted. I look at trailers and I never go back and I never play that game. There's games, horror games I've seen that I will never play. Dreadhalls is one of them. I don't know why you keep saying that. I'm never playing that. Who you shushing?
Nobody. Kelly said that I picked the horror games for you. And I was like, no, I don't.
yeah, about that. We'll get onto that later.
Okay, okay. um,
Um,
why'd you freeze? What did you do? This computer better not have restarted, bro, because I'll be hella upset. Did my computer restart? No, I'm fine. Kelly did something. Kelly, I'm blaming you for every little thing that happened. He freezed in like the worst possible way ever, too. Like just. Now, could you imagine his computer like, oh, it reset? Ah, damn. It's okay, it's okay. It happens, guys. It happens. Listen, we're at the Emperor's Corner and stuff. You know, these things are meant to happen and shit. Just he doing the fake meta freeze. I know, right? Yo, cause says that just be talking and. But whenever y'all think that I fell asleep to pull the plug so it doesn't have to. Yeah, that's fair, Larissa. I can see that. People see me like this, look. And they'll be like, Meta fell asleep.
yo.
Yo.
I should have pre-warned that my PC might reset.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, that's fine. Your PC went through a whole stream test today, but you want to have a little chat, and now wants to. That's fucked up.
I swear, I've had my PC on all day to make sure everything's fine, and just now, like, it's just decided to reset.
Sorry, it's okay. It happened. No, you're good. You're good. We'll edit that out in production.
Yeah.
All right. You were saying something though. Do you remember? Or should we just move on to the next question?
No, I think I'm just gonna on about when choosing these days when I'm choosing horror games. I'm looking at the indie horror games. Like the indie horror game creators are going in at the moment. Like they are making some crazy good horror games. So yeah, I'm just keeping an eye out for them. I check Steam like damn nearly every day. I scroll through my TikTok, seeing what people are playing. Yeah, just try to keep on top of things. It's difficult because I only stream once a week, so I'm limited on what I can play. But that's why I try to keep it the short horror game, so I can try cram in as much as I can. Sounds mad.
The problem with them short horror games is like, you know, me and you both share this common thing called idiocracy. And you know, those short horror games that you'll see a 45-minute playthrough unedited on YouTube takes me and you 3 or 2 hours, which is absolutely
right. Listen. Okay. I don't know what that game was that you sent me last night, yeah. But that wasn't no 15-minute. I don't know where you got that from. That was not a 15-minute game.
It was fun though. You enjoyed it.
I woke up at 6 a.m. checking my room because I was scared.
Next question. When you're deep in a horror game, and this is one that I really love. When you're deep in a horror game, right? Pause. At one point, do you stop entertaining and are just willing to survive this? Like you're just like, I have got to finish this damn game because I feel like if this continues, I'm not gonna make it through the night.
I felt that with Visage, fam.
Really? Okay. At which point in Visage were you just like, I gotta get through this?
As soon as I started, I entered the house, bro. The atmosphere. That's the scariest horror game I've ever played. As soon as I entered the house, the atmosphere was like any other horror game I've ever played. I didn't enjoy it, but I was determined to get through it because the people were loving that shit. I hated it. But I have good fun with horrors. Don't get it twisted. Like I enjoy the thrill and the jump scares and whatnot. It's funny. I have a laugh too. But I couldn't wait to get that game finished. I couldn't wait.
Oh Jesus. No, I don't blame you, man. I went through the same thing with Visage too, and I remember it's just like there's no guide in it, so it's just you're literally walking around in the dark trying to figure out, okay, what works, what doesn't. And then it'll be the simplest things like, oh, that coin that was downstairs behind the shelf that you looked at earlier, that's what I need. And yeah, but that's interesting. It's good to know that you're you know, there's a thought process when it comes to horror games that you play, and it's not just, you know what, that one YouTuber went, and I was like, fuck it, you know what, I think I could do that too.
Yeah, don't get twisted though. Like I will take a break for like 2 weeks if I find a horror game too much. I did that with Resident Evil 7. I started playing through that for the first time, bro. I swear I took like 2 weeks off because I didn't want to play it, but the people wanted to see it.
Of course. All right, we're gonna seg you into the pause, what I like to call the pause. The year of silence, the year Heckers left, right? Okay. Not that you didn't really leave because you were still in Discord and you were still active in Twitch and stuff, you know. But you did take a year break from your thing, which is very shocking to a lot of people. I remember, like, When it happened for you, like I thought I was gonna cry, and then I was like, "Yeah, this fucking guy. I'll beat him up in Mortal Kombat later because that's what we were playing at the time." You know? And
Yeah, fair, yeah.
and it was just like it was a shock to a lot of people, like because it was a, you could feel it, right? Pause. You could feel it because it's like there's a lot of times where it's just like you could see a creator just kind of like going through the motions and like the streams become less, the energy's not there, the smile's kind of gone and stuff. But with that said, every creator hits a wall, but stepping back for a whole year, I don't see that as running away. I see that as rediscovering who you are. Silence for a man who lives in so much noise it's kind of its own trial. What did that year off camera reveal about you?
Um, it's a tricky one because I feel like I lied to everybody in the sense of I was saying how happy I was, blah 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 blah. The truth is I wasn't that happy. I miss streaming. Of course, I miss streaming. I miss the community, miss the people, miss all the games, just chilling with the peeps every night. But yeah, you're right. You're right in what you're saying that you can kind of see it, sense it. I definitely over time, over 2023, as the year went on, I started streaming less and less. Just, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it really, because someone like me, I always need a distraction. So it wasn't necessarily more about finding more about myself. It was trying to keep myself, if anything. It was trying to keep. That's why I left. It was more trying to keep who I was. There was nothing I needed to change. It's just I needed to keep my mind intact and stay who I was. And by doing so, I thought I needed to leave Twitch. So in that year, I'm someone that kind of hyper focuses on stuff. So I needed a distraction because without Twitch, I started doing music as well. Wasn't doing any content. Those were like my escapes. So I needed something to hyper focus on. Otherwise, I'm gonna fall into a depressive state. So in that time, obviously things have changed because I got friends now. So in that year off, I was gaming with friends, just chilling, just trying to enjoy life, spending more time with family. Kelly and the kids, obviously. That's the ADHD. Yeah, probably, yeah. And I needed a new focus as well. And this sounds so sad, but I swear, like Tekken carried me through that whole year because that was like my next hyper focus. That was something that like I like to learn things and do things from scratch and kind of invest myself into something. I invested myself into that game. Like, I was solely focused on getting good at that game. So that was kind of my replacement, if you will, for not streaming. But again, like I still had friends that could game with. I played through a lot of games with Fanlights. Most Saturday nights I was bloody over on your streams playing Tekken or something.
You weren't playing Tekken.
Yeah.
You were embarrassing me on Tekken. Let's clear the air. The only time I had a chance was the first couple of weeks when that game was out, and I was doing cheesy shit, but that's neither here nor there. But you know what's funny? I'm glad you did that because I was getting emotional hearing you talk, and I'm glad that you took my mind off of that and you brought back the anger.
No, don't worry, I got you. I know. I felt myself getting emotional too. Let me switch it up and make jokes. I know. But no, seriously, yeah, like Tekken, the gaming with you lot. Like I say, I was still in contact with people, still talking in the Discord. I was gonna delete it, but people told me not to.
Of course,
I was fully done with the internet.
But was there like a point where you were just like, I can't do this anymore? Was there like a specific moment? Maybe like, I'm not saying like, obviously, I'll be 100% transparent. I'm one of those people. I don't believe that there is such a thing as Twitch drama or Discord drama because there is so much more worse in your real life that can take place that all that stuff kind of just takes a back seat, right? But I'm just saying, was there like a moment that made you go, and you don't have to be in specifics because we don't need that. I'm just saying, was there like a moment where you were just like, I'm overwhelmed and I need to turn this off?
You see, the thing is, you can ask me the same question next week and the answer might be different. There's just so many. It's an accumulation of things, really. So if you take it back to the start of 2023, I entered 2023 feeling a bit. I love streaming at this point, but the energy, something about the energy was just off. I feel like it became a rat race of everyone trying to make it, get to the top, and in a sense, I feel like God complexes were made. Like people, how can I put this? by being polite.
Well, you once said something. You once said something that has stuck with me a lot, right?
What?
And I don't know if you remember, but this is one of those things. And you said this on stream, by the way, so it's not like it wasn't a private conversation. But you had said there were too many small creators trying to tell small creators how to be big, and it just kind of
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah,
weird
yeah.
sort of juxtaposition with it.
Yeah. So anyway, started from there. I was looking at Twitch a bit differently. I was like, can we just get back to the games, having fun, like just enjoying life with our communities, whatever. But anyway, I proceeded. I continued with 2023. Like you mentioned earlier, over time, I started to take a step back. But there are reasons. So wait, after that, we had Manchester. Manchester happened, and it kind of brought my faith back into everything. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Like, I'm seeing all these people. This is great. This is hype. Blah blah blah. Twitch is amazing, which it is. Don't get me wrong. Like, I made some beautiful relationships, but sometime after that, and I hope you don't mind me bringing this up because this is something you spoke with Krista. People were falling out, and you and Krista was one of them. And for me, even though I've never expressed this, that affected me heavily, because for me that was like, fuck's sake.
Okay, it's all right. You're in a safe place. Damn, bro, don't do this to me. You fucking prick.
Hold on. I turned the left eye on. Let me turn it back on. No, I know, Krista, I know. But it just hit very hard because I've had moments like that with my family where we all stop talking, and it's like the loneliness is hard, and it's like basically what I'm trying to say is I didn't want to do Twitch without you lot.
Stupid. Did you do this to me? That's so sweet. I get it though. I get it. I understand. All right.
Wait, no, but yeah, basically, it just hit me hard that I didn't know what to do, to be honest with y'all. Like, it just felt like everything was crumbling. I didn't have the power to keep everyone together. I didn't know what to do, so I left.
From the bottom of my heart, man, and I say this in the most heartfelt way, that whoever hears this in the long run and shit, man, if there was a way that I could, with every fallout that I've had on Twitch in general, right? It's not just Krista. If there was a way that I could just keep that together, I would. But it's sometimes things are out of your control, and you can. I'm sorry that you went through that, because we were talking a lot at that time, and I had me and Heckers were together almost every weekend, and I had no idea he was going through this. No idea. No idea. And I didn't reach out to Heckers to talk about this. I didn't. Because I know that he loved Krista so much, bro, that and he loves her. Like, that's his sister. He says it all the time. There was no way in hell that I was gonna go to him and be like, look, bro, that happened and stuff, and there was nothing I could do. Because I was hurt at that time too. I went through a couple of things in complete silence. And I literally had to eat that, and I was like, there's nothing I could do about that. But we back together now. You're fucking everybody's hunky-dory-ish within reason. Regardless, we're moving on to the next one, because that was tough, you prick.
That was tough. No, you're the prick. You should have asked that at the end, and then I can leave and cry in bed.
It's crazy because we're only at the second phase of the fucking thing. Yeah. There's still a couple of more segues we got.
Well, I had a feeling you was gonna ask that anyway. I knew that one was gonna hit me hard, to be honest. Aww. Yeah, I knew that one. But yeah, no, genuinely, I've calmed down a bit now. But yeah, that did hit me hard. I didn't know what to do. I wanted to keep, everyone kept calling me. It's like when I was leaving Twitch, everyone was saying, Heckers, you was like the bridge, if you will, like the hub, like everybody from all different communities, whatever. It was safe in my zone, and I felt not that there was pressure put on me with that, but it's like I did kind of feel that as well. I did feel like I was like everyone, I could keep everyone together, but I couldn't. I didn't have the power to, and it kind of just that's not. I'm not saying that's the whole reason. There's many implications and many other things as well. Like I genuinely was, like I said before, it was. I feel like I was spending too much time on Twitch. I was too invested with it. So it was. I did want to take a step back and be with my family a bit more. That's why I was cutting down on streams and whatnot. But yeah, as the year went on, and I just wasn't enjoying streaming. Not without everyone all together. I don't care about getting big, being the biggest streamer in the world, whatever. I don't care. Like I just cared about gaming with you lot, the community and whatnot. So it's just, yeah, I had no reason to continue, if I'm honest. Like I felt like the best of it had passed now. It can't get any better than what it was. So there's no point. There's actually no point.
Yeah, that's crazy because you kind of answered the second question that I had for you inside the same thing. You know, something like that, Jax. Yeah. No, well, the second question I was gonna ask you was there ever a moment when you thought you might never return? But I feel like you kind of hit that, no? But do you have more you want to add to that?
I always, even from leaving, from the day that did that last stream and said, I'm done, blah 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 blah. I regretted it instantly, but I knew like I had to take a step away because I haven't got the power to. Maybe I could have sorted it out. I don't know, but there was just like that's just one scenario. There was a lot of falling out and stuff happening.
Do you feel like with all the backstage stuff going on, that if you would have stayed, like if you would have forced yourself to stay, that it maybe might have given you a bitter sort of reaction towards Twitch and towards streaming and towards, hanging with people in Discord?
Well, yeah, it's like I said, when I was leaving and I said I need to leave now because if I stay, I'm gonna end up hating Twitch. Like if I leave now, there's a chance I will come back. There's a chance like the dust will settle. I can still game in my free time with my peeps and blah blah blah. And maybe one day I'm gonna feel up to it again. But no, it was an easy decision. And every day I was thinking, oh, should I just go live? Blah 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 blah. But something was telling me, take the break. No matter how long it is, just take the break. I've still got bonds with people. I still talk to people. If I decide to come back one day, then I'm happy to start again. I love the journey, and I love the journey with you lot. That's what that mattered to me. Like I like being a small streamer. Like I like just chilling with you lot, vibing, playing games, having a laugh, blah blah blah. I enjoy the journey. That's it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So yeah, the door was always open for me to come back. Just when I came back, when I did, that simply felt like the right time.
Okay. How did the break reshape your idea of what success means on Twitch?
It made me realize success on Twitch doesn't really mean anything if that's not what you're going for. I took a step back from Twitch completely. I was barely in people's streams. I was barely communicating with people. To be honest, I only really communicated with people that communicated to me. There's people now that were part of my community, other communities and whatnot. I ain't spoke to them since my break because we just ain't reached out to each other. I got no hard feelings about it. It's just that's just how it's happened. And if I spoke to them now, it would be cool. Like, but yeah, there's people now that I still ain't spoke to. But I mean, I've always been in the mindset of just enjoying Twitch for what it is and just trying to build a small little community of friends, really. Friends. I came here for friends and to just play some games. It did make me look at Twitch in a different light in the sense of I lost a little bit of respect for it. But that's just, shit happens.
Definitely. When you finally hit that go live again button, for the first time, like, I know it's kind of tough to remember because that was like almost like a year ago, more or less. When you came back, when you hit that go live button again, when you sat down in that chair ready to do this, did it feel like coming home or did it feel like you were starting over?
Before I hit the go live button, I put myself in the mindset of I'm starting fresh, I'm starting over. So for me, it kind of did for a moment feel like it was back to normal. It was back to the same old. But as time went on, it has started to feel like a reset button, really. And I'm glad. Like, I'm enjoying streaming so much again, even though it's only once a week or if that. But I am genuinely enjoying streaming again. I definitely needed that break and step away. And coming back this year has been amazing. It's weird because I came back on my first stream and I think I was just chatting or whatever, just chatting to everybody, filling people in, blah blah blah. And then the second stream back, I played a Menti, and then I uploaded that TikTok, and that TikTok blew up. So that was kind of like oh shit, yeah, like get back to it, like, you know what I mean? It kind of gave me that boost I needed, I think, and gave me that, because again, I rely on people around me and I rely on my friends to, I guess, for streams in general. Like, I need people around me. That's the only way I'm happy with streaming. But that kind of gave me like I don't know how to explain it, but other than a solo boost, that was like, oh, because that was just me. So yeah, it made me feel good and it kept me going. What up, Josh?
No, yeah, definitely. Like, I'm not saying that, you know, the first iteration of you, because obviously, like, I've been here since almost the beginning when you had first started and stuff, because I think one of the first games I ever saw you play was Resident Evil 8 Village, you know, and
yeah,
and it's like, you know, honestly, like, I don't know what other way to fucking say it except for maybe like you know, if you fucking ask Kelly Meta's your biggest fan and shit, you know, because like I literally, like, I've watched you go from, like, you know, you have reinvented the wheel pretty much for yourself, right, with just like the way that you know, like, you switched it up from playing like a multitude of variety to just like doing the horror and stuff, and even you can even segue to whatever the hell you want because you're just that damn good. Like, it's just like, if you felt like it and you put your mind to it and you were just like, hey y'all, we're gonna watch videos of American food versus English food, I'm 100% guaranteed everybody would tune in just to watch your stupid ass reactions. Like, they would love it.
It's funny you say that because I have people say these kind of things to me a lot, and I don't see it. Like, I don't get why people see that in me. Like,
and that is some sad shit, bro. Because let me tell you something, man. When you left, it was like a light went out and fucking thing. I didn't watch Twitch for like a hot minute. People are like, "Oh, Meta," I don't give a fuck about them people, bro. My homie's gone. Like, I'm not gonna fucking. It was some sad shit, you know. But I understood it though from a psychology standpoint. Yeah, like, I didn't know what your reasons was, because God knows you lied to every motherfucker over there, and you were just like, "Nah, I didn't leave for this and stuff like that," you know. But not gonna lie, in the emotional head state that I was in at that time, if you would have said it was for that reason, well, fuck it, I guess I'm leaving too.
I know, bro, I know. But this is my problem. There's times I should say something, but I don't, because I'm too in my mind thinking about how it would make the other person feel or whatever. I don't like to upset nobody. I really don't.
No, of course, but as adults, I feel like we need to have adult conversations sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just it's very thing. But anyway, let's segue. That was very beautiful, Heckers. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciated that. I didn't expect that. I didn't expect that to go the way that it went, but I'm very appreciative of that. But we're gonna switch.
That is our last 20 minutes question. You are vile for that.
But let's switch gears for a bit. We're gonna jump into Tekken. I know you love Tekken, right? Discipline, rivalry, and the fight. Let's switch gears into Tekken, right? Your battlefield, your escape, your art form, and Hwoarang. He's not just your main brother. I see him as your mirror. What does Hwoarang represent to you?
Absolutely nothing. I hated this guy the whole of Tekken. I swear. I genuinely hated this guy until before Tekken 8. Like, I never wanted to do it. And my favorite characters were Lee, Law, King, Armor King, and Brian. Like, they were my... Hwoarang was never the guy for me, ever. I don't know why he clicked with me, this Tekken. I don't know what it is. I just seen his trailer, I think, and he genuinely looked fun. So I thought, you know, I'm gonna try him out. And that boy is my guy now.
I love that.
He's so fucking cool. Like, to be fair, his personality is he's a bit of a bitch, basically. All the other Tekkens. In this one, he's cool as fuck. Like, Jimbadi Yeso or whatever he says. That shit is fire, fam.
You be hearing that? I be hearing that shit in my nightmares. That one phrase right there.
Shit is... But yeah, no, I've hated him forever until this Tekken. But yeah, he's carried me through the whole game. I spent the whole of last year off Twitch with Hwoarang. That sounds crazy. But yeah, Yeah, it was good times, good times.
When you square off, whether it's with me, whether it's with Fanlight, or just some random Tekken sweat on the internet, right? Do you feel like you are refining your skills, or you're releasing something emotional into every fight that you have?
Good question. It's probably a bit of both. So when you say releasing something emotional, it's like I said, that was my escape, I guess, from life. Obviously, I've always used Twitch and music, content creation, whatever, as my escape from life. I needed a new focus. This game just happened to be out at the time, and I started playing it and really got into it. This became my new hyper focus, and this is what helped me escape life emotionally. But also, I am competitive, and I don't like to lose. So
No,
if
you
someone
don't.
perfects me, bro, I will go and write notes and train for a whole 2 weeks, fam. Bro, I've got that. I don't know. It's because of Dragon Ball Z growing up. It's that Goku shit.
Of
Like I've
course.
been watching him. You know what I mean? So that's why I will run around and offer pros fights and whatnot, because it's not that I think I can beat them or anything. It's just that I know if he whoops my ass, I'm going to go and train. I'm going to go and try and get better, and I need that. I need that inspiration to keep me going. You know what I mean?
And that's where he's
Almost
better
like
than me,
Vegeta in a way.
folks.
Yeah.
I go to bed and cry immediately after. The minute that ass whooping hits, I'm like, fuck. Don't need all that. Go in bed all angry, staring up at the ceiling. It's the thing. All right. I had to give you the nice little Tekken answers before the train comes.
Oh, the train hasn't been. What the hell was that one earlier?
That was meant to be nice. I didn't think it was gonna go that deep, boss.
That was a car crash. Fucking
That
hell.
really was. All right. Gonna segue into fatherhood, brother.
Oh god.
All right. You've been vocal about this on Twitch a few times, right? You
Yeah.
grew up without a father's voice to guide you. But as a man who's personally seen you with your kids, I see a man rewriting his own story, not running from the past, but redeeming it. When you look at your kids, right, your two beautiful babies, is there any part of you that feels healed from when you were a kid?
I feel that I do look at my kids in a way as younger versions of me, in the sense of everything I didn't have, or even did have as well. The good things I did have, I wanted to give everything back to them. Now, growing up without knowing my dad, I don't even know what he looks like. I have no idea. I definitely, being a father now, can definitely see where maybe in fatherhood now, even I'm going wrong, because I've never had the guidance when I was younger. Don't get twisted. I've had father figures in my life, but they, you know what I mean? No. They're not who you look up to, you know?
Yeah, of course.
They're not who, yeah. But, yeah, Kelly, all right. Wait, well, my mum said he's Italian, but I don't know if that's just wishful thinking. I don't know if I believe it or not. But, yeah. But, yeah. But,
What?
yeah. Sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, no. I was just going to ask the next question, but if you're still elaborating, that's
No, I think, yeah, with my kids, I'm trying to give them everything I didn't have. You know what? I'm probably overcompensating as well. And I give them too much. I
Okay.
actually give them too much. Everything they want, I get it. I leave myself broke. I'm broke now. I have no money. But obviously Christmas is coming up and all that. But yeah, there's a lot of tendencies that my kids have that are very similar to me. Obviously, I'm a very anxious, quiet, laid back individual. They definitely take a lot of that from me, and I feel for them. That's some bad genes, fam. Like that anxiety has carried through to them, and I feel guilty for it. But we're trying our best, me and Kelly, to get them through it, trying to guide them through life the best way we can. They're good kids. But yeah, man. What do you mean, Krista? I mean, off stream.
What do you think is the hardest promise you'll ever have to keep to yourself as a dad?
What do I think is the hardest promise? Elaborate on that. What do you mean?
So, like, like, is there anything that like you look at from your past without a dad, right? That you're just like you know, like you're just like, I can't do this to them because I know what that was like growing up, and I
Mm.
promise to myself that I'll never make sure that they
Boy,
don't go through this the way that I went through and stuff.
bro, my whole life,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure that they didn't grow. Bro, okay, let's put this into perspective, yeah? This is how different the upbringing is from myself and Harvey, for example. Now, I don't want to say it was a shit life, not at all. Obviously, like everyone, we've had good times and bad times. There are many things that I probably should have seen as a child and I should have gone through, but that's whatever. Harvey, on the other hand, he's had an amazing life. He's got both of his parents. He gets everything he ever wants. And there was a situation that happened at his school, right? So the schools give out some kind of questionnaire, basically, like checking up on the kids, making sure everything's okay at home. One of the questions was something on the lines of, do you feel safe where you live, right? This idiot put no. Right? So obviously the schools contacted us. The schools contacted us like, what the hell is going on at home? That was it, Kelly. Do you feel safe around your house? This guy's put no. And so obviously the school contacted us. So we get to Harvey. Obviously we're not having a go in, but we're trying to find, why don't you feel safe at home? Like, what's happened? Like, what's going on? This Bomberclaw idiot. The reason was because one time he saw two teenage girls drinking on the park. That's it. That's the maddest shit he's seen in his life. That's how hard his life's been.
Alrighty then. Dad's always
That's the hardest
screaming.
thing. That's the hardest thing. Like this guy's going through in his life. Like that's what's concerned him, bro. I've seen so much shit. Bro, I've had people pull out knives. People try to run me over. Like life has been hell and madness. But I'm glad that that's all he's got to write down. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things I would never tell my kids that's happened, or about certain family members. They don't need to know. There's no reason for them to know that. You know.
Of course.
So yeah.
Well, when you're on the days that you're exhausted, but the kids still need you, what keeps you standing?
Literally what you just said. The kids, bro. The kids. Kelly is my rock. You lot have no idea, but unlike, let's say, weeks where I'm saying, well, I'm not streaming this week, peeps, so I don't feel up to it. I'm probably going through some shit. Kelly is carrying me through that whole week. And the kids as well. Listen, my kids are funny as shit. Like, they will make me laugh in the circumstances I shouldn't be laughing. Like, they will have me laughing. But Kelly, especially, she will always pick me up. I do get stuck in my head a lot, but I feel like I've lived with this for so long that I kind of understand in a way how to deal with it. I know I just got to give myself time. I know I just got to get up and just do things, even though like I don't want to, but I just got to force myself to do it because I know it's gonna help me in every little way. Every little step is just a step being to my normal self in a sense.
There's always a very big silence when it comes to growing up without really knowing a parent. You know, obviously your father. Is there any like time where you have sat down in your darkest, like, you know, just in your moments where it's just you in your own head, that you feel the silence of his absence just looming over you?
Absolutely. Well, it's a weird one because without knowing him, I don't, in a sense, know what I'm missing. So it's not specifically about him. It's more just anybody, having that anybody there. There's been times that I haven't had anyone. There's been times especially in my teenage years, where I was definitely at my lowest. Like I did not want to be around. I did not want to be here. And I didn't really know who to turn to. At this moment in time, I was living at my grandma's house. My mom lived in another city. And bro, if you saw pictures of me back then, you would think, what the fuck? I looked so ill. I was so skinny, fam, like so skinny. But that's because I felt like a burden in my grandma's house. She took me in, um, not unwillingly, but just it all happened so quick that I had nowhere to live. Basically, she took me in. It was just like that. I just went to her house with a black bag of clothes, and that was it. And yeah, I felt a bit of a burden, to be honest. So I didn't eat. The only thing I would eat is she would have these like I don't remember like chicken tikka microwave meals in her freezer. And I think over time my grandma thought I really enjoyed them, so she would just buy
Oh,
me them. Yeah, I hated them, but I didn't want to eat nothing else in her house, so I just didn't eat anything other than these microwave meals once every night when she's gone to bed, so she didn't see me eating. That was it. That's how I was. His nonna, yeah. My nonna was my rock, man. She was literally like, she was in a sense that other parent figure. Yeah, she took me in. But yeah, I really struggled at this point in time. I did feel lost and alone because at this time as well, I'm only like 16. I had no credit on my phone, so it's not like I could text people or whatever. I had nothing going for me really. I don't think I was in college or anything at this point. I don't would have been able to get to college anyway. Obviously my mum was in another city. My siblings lived with their dad. Um, and yeah, my grandma just had me living on a sofa. She took me in. And I remember it all just became a bit too much, and I was dead set on just, ending it all. And I, I won't get too into detail like how it was happening and whatnot, but essentially, I just stopped myself and I thought, let me just ring my mum. I don't know who else to ring. She's in another city, but I'm gonna ring her anyway. And I think I just broke down on the phone to her.
rough time, rough time. Listen, I feel like in life this tends to happen a lot, and we have like a lot of like really down moments. I too have been a subject of couch surfing when I didn't want to because I felt like I had nobody to turn to either. Man, your strength is not the power that you are, bro. The powerhouse that you are, man. Like Josh said it best. We're glad you were strong enough to become the person you have become now and stuff. You are really, like you're an amazing dude, bro. You're an amazing father, an amazing husband, and an amazing friend. And then the fact that like statistically you shouldn't even be here. Literally,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
fucking statistics are like, nah, bro. Like you can't. No, there's no way. But you broke
yeah.
that cycle, man, and that's something to be extremely proud of, man. And I'm glad that you called your mom that night. I really
Yeah,
am.
so am I. So am I, because she's never heard anything from me like that before. I've always been the kind of kid to keep everything to myself. She didn't know how I felt like this. She thought she was doing me a favor, leaving me there with my nana, and she fought with my friends as well. I didn't have no money. I didn't have nothing. But yeah, I kind of broke down to her on the phone and just explaining, how much I hate my life, blah 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 blah. She's never heard it speak like this ever. And I was just talking to her, and then where she was living was like an hour or two away. And this was like at midnight as well. So within an hour, she turned up at like 1 o'clock to pick me up. She took me to where she lived. It's a city called Telford. She told me to live there. Yeah, she took me in there. Where she was living though, it was a shared accommodation, so there was actually no room for me, which is another reason why I wasn't with her. But she took me in. There was a spare room there. They weren't paying for it. She just basically broke in and gave me that room.
Wow.
And so yeah, I was just there to unwind for a bit. Basically, I was still kind of back and forth, obviously Derby and Telford, and then eventually my mum got a house there in Telford, and I went college there. Bro, college was in a different city. You don't know nobody, and you're socially anxious. That was hell, bro. I had to quit college. I was just walking around at break times by myself. Like it was not a nice feeling. So I ended up going back to Derby, living back at my nana's. And then this is gonna sound crazy, but around this point as well, my mom went prison.
Damn. Okay.
But yeah, not for long, like a few months or something like that, a couple months or something. But yeah, she went prison around this time as well. So that definitely. So I didn't. My mom had a boyfriend at the time, so I didn't really like have a bond with him like that. So I went back to Derby, and
Okay.
I was living at my nana's again. And then around this period, anyway, I met Kelly, and then me and Kelly became good friends, and then I was chilling with her basically, and then sparked a relationship.
That's fucking beautiful, bro. The stupid ass smile I have on thinking of you and Kelly meeting for the first time. All right, so if you know the babies, the little grown up niece and nephew decide to ask you one day, what kind of man were you before they were born? What one word truth would you want them to hear?
Waste man. No, I'm not even lying.
No,
bro.
that's fair. That's
I
fair.
was-
That's fair. That's fair.
No, I was so. Because again, obviously, me and Kelly had kids early. So when I was 21, Kelly was 20. We got together a year or two before that. So around this period, again, I've walked into Kelly's life with nothing, basically. I've got no money, no job, nothing. Like, my family's a bit broken. Like, I've got nothing to offer. So I'm in and out of jobs. Kelly was working for an agency at the time, so she was getting me jobs and whatnot. But I wasn't sticking to no jobs. I was in and out of jobs. But I had no reason, I guess, to be. I just lived my life kind of YOLO, really. If I didn't like something, I would leave. Then Kelly got pregnant. So, I mean, I'm not stupid. Like, I knew instantly I had to sort my shit out. I can't keep living like this.
Gotta lock in.
Locked in, got myself a job that I stuck with. And yeah, I was a waste man.
All right, so to take a little bit of a break from this, because we hit Papa-san up, right? And the next segment is Mama-san. I was wondering if the chat had any questions for Heckers, if there's anything you guys would like to know about him, or just ask him, respectfully or not. I know y'all do your own thing, bro. I can't control nobody. I'm just saying, like, if there's anything that you guys would like to ask him or that you've been curious to know,
No one asked nothing about my ass.
Damn it. Let me text Jax to abort the ass question. But I had no idea about that, about your mom, man. W mom. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, I'll be real. Like, me and my mom have always had a very rocky relationship. Are you hiding your bald head under the hat? Bro, I had a whole, shape up, fam. This cost... How much it cost me? What do you mean? Let me see your hair. How about that? Do you ever have nightmares about the games you play? Have I ever had a nightmare? Not necessarily... I have nightmares, horror nightmares, not about any specific game, just horror in general. I guess that's because I've played so many different horror games. There's been times I've woke up in the night, and because my bed's here, innit? My chair's here. Bro, this chair to me in the night is a whole person, fam. I am scared. If I leave a dressing gown or something on this is a person. I'm telling you. Yeah, but not about any game specifically. Pussy, okay. Knowing how Twitch is and the internet as a whole, how do you manage being a dad working and all that and still keep them safe? It's very difficult, I'll be honest. Especially because kids now are so smart. Bro, we didn't have all this technology growing up.
No, we did not. We had Power Rangers and the one toy you kept till Christmas.
Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, Pokemon, like whatever, bro. That's what we had growing up. We had trading cards. We was going around the playgrounds with trading cards. That's what we had. So it's very difficult, but I think being a parent that's involved with, I guess, technology and the streaming side of things, and I can see what's going on the internet, it's definitely beneficial. There's a lot of parents out there that have no idea still how technology and the internet works and stuff, and they got no clue, like the little idiots that keep jumping in my streams, Harvey's mates, like that, you know what I'm saying? Like all that, you know what I mean? They have no idea. So it's just about making your kids very aware how you don't want to scare them, innit? So, but you got to make them aware how dangerous the internet can be, and you got to guide them. Bro, do you think just simply check your kid's phone, tablet, or whatever? Check everything, every app that they use, anything that you can send messages on, check it. Put all kind of safeguards and privacy settings on When my daughter's playing Roblox with her friends, they play in a private server with just them. If Harvey's playing games, we still don't let Harvey play like Call of Duty and stuff like that. You just gotta put restrictions in place. I stick to it, man, because it's difficult in a time of where I feel like everything's pressure. Everyone's kid has got this next great thing, and it's you gotta try not to be pressured into getting all these new things and giving them the new Call of Duty so they can jump on mic in the Call of Duty lobbies and all of this. You know what I mean? So it's difficult. It's difficult in a time where kids feel like they're missing out if you're being a bit stricter, but you just gotta keep at it. And they'll probably thank you in the long run. You don't want them to be too fixated, basically, on technology. But yeah.
Josh had asked you if you could go back to that lowest period of your life, what would you say to yourself?
I wish I could show myself. Basically, I wish I could show myself this image here, like me sat here talking to you, people in the chat chatting to me, asking me questions.
Ah, that got
like,
me emotional.
Look,
I don't even know why. Son of a bitch.
I wish I could just show myself something as just to say, just a VOD, show myself a VOD of a Twitch stream or so. Look, like you're gonna make friends, like you're gonna be all right. There's gonna be people there, like you're gonna get through it. You know?
I feel that, man. I feel that because if you would have fucking told teenage Robert when he was going through the worst things ever, that hey, bud, one day you're gonna be in Manchester with some really fucking amazing people, man, and you're gonna regret not keep pushing on and shit instead of just doing this and stuff, man. That would have been something, bro. Honestly, would have been something. Orlandi wants to know: is there a hobby if you had the time and resources you'd really like to try? And don't say Dragon Ball Z statue building, bro, because I'll cancel the whole stream right
now. You know what? I really used to love drawing growing up. Drawing Dragon Ball Z, I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, I wish I had the time and patience to get back into it. I probably can. I used to do it as like a every Sunday thing for streaming way back in the day. We would all have a task to draw a certain topic or whatever. Yo, it was so fire. It was amazing. Everyone's drawing was incredible. Everyone's so talented. But yeah, I wish I could probably get back into that. Yeah, definitely into drawing, I think.
When you look back on your life, what's one of your best memories? That's Larissa.
Oh.
That's the last one, by the way, folks.
One of my best memories.
You could categorize it too if you want to go, all right, my best memories at this thing was this, and then my best memory for this is that, just in case you can't find the one.
Well, this one sounds so cliche. But there is a feeling that I can describe most feelings, but this feeling I can't describe was when Harvey was born, like my first child was born.
Son of a bitch.
No, seriously, it's a feeling I can't explain. Like I was all good, like during this whole pregnancy, during the labor and whatnot. I was fine. I was making jokes. I was like, "Yo, you're gonna need to get a priest up in here."
I low-key fucking picture you dancing like in the corner to Kelly's like breathing and shit.
Right. As soon as we walked in the hospital, I said to the woman on the desk, "I said, get a priest. Get a priest." There was at one point as well. You lot probably don't have it in the US, but there's a program called One Born Every Minute. It's basically about midwives delivering babies and whatnot. Me and Kelly used to watch that before she had the baby. And the way these women were screaming, yeah, Kelly be like, "No, there's no way I could scream like that." Blah blah blah. It's like, "Yeah, you ain't gonna scream like that. That's insane, bro." At one point, I had to tell Kelly. I whispered in her ear. I was like, "Yo, can you keep it down a little bit?" It was insane.
Motherfucker.
Yo, she was. I thought like she's not gonna be okay after this. And I was genuinely scared for her.
Aww.
And then I think like once like the baby came out, it was almost that release of pressure, I guess, that she must have felt. It was almost like I felt it, and I just started crying, and I didn't even know why. I haven't even seen Harvey's face at this point. It just the baby came out, and I just saw arms waving in the air, little baby arms, and it was weird. Like my mind was so blank, but I just broke down crying. I can't explain the feeling. It was so strange. But yeah, that was probably the happiest moment of my life, I guess.
Love that.
And then I may as well, yeah, obviously, but it's the second.
poor Krista's going through it. she got the damn dog worried for her. All right, let's jump back into it. Right, mother's strength. Right, as a kid who was raised by a single mother myself, ish. I know exactly what it's like. And I've often heard you say that your mom is like showed you the resilience before you even knew the word. And I feel like on a lot of things, right, you carry her in how you move, how you love, and a lot of the times in how you fight. Because you're a fighter, whether you choose to admit it or not, you are. What lesson from your mother echoes in you most often?
My mom is like, growing up, things weren't easy. Like, life was very up and down. Like, this is something I spoke to Kelly about. I was talking to Kelly about this probably a few weeks ago now. We counted how many times I've moved house, and it was over 20, and that's before being with Kelly. It was over 20 times I've moved house. Like, life was very hectic, very, very hectic. And through all this, I'm surprised my mum's come out of this okay. I don't understand how she's done it. I've seen her in very, very, very dark places.
And you're her oldest, right?
I'm her oldest, yeah.
As the
very
oldest,
dark places.
do you feel like you were taking those lightning hits up there with her too?
Yep, absolutely. It's like I say, because my siblings, my brother and my sister, they had a relationship with their dad. Sorry. So when obviously there was a period where my mum was with their dad, and then they split up after a few years. They still had their dad, so they had their dad's house to go to. Everything my mum went through, I was there. So it was me and her going through some absolute bullshit without getting like too into things. Everything. Some things that stick out to me are, bro, I don't know if you like experienced this, but having your house raided with armed police is, as a child, is terrifying, fam. I heard doors getting kicked off and shouting. And
was this like from a place that you guys were staying at, and this happened, or
this was just our house, fam? This is
just your house. Okay.
It's complicated. There's reasons I won't get into it.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah, I don't remember going to the top of the stairs. Red beam, boom. Some. I'm a child. I don't understand what's happening. There's little things like that. My mum has been through some wild shit. There's been times where I've had to protect her because partners have been abusive. What else? It just, there's so much, and I wouldn't tell everything anyway. But I don't know how she's still here. Fine, bro. I've seen this woman fucking. She's tough, man. She's tough. Yeah, I don't know how she's done it. She's a lot stronger than me, and somehow she still kept herself. This woman loves a party. She absolutely loves a party.
That she does. I've heard some stories from you and Kelly about that.
She throws the most fire parties, and that's all. That's her escape, essentially. That's her escape. That's how she deals with her trauma and her life. And I guess in my younger ages, especially in my early 20s as well, I think, especially like just becoming a father, there was certain things I didn't understand, and this is where me and my mum clashed. Because I didn't want them, like I was talking about earlier, I didn't want them to go through some of the shit I did. So I went through, sorry. So there was periods where we clashed. There was a period in time we didn't speak at all. There was a few years we just had no contact, didn't speak at all. And that's just a difference in, obviously, parenting, a difference in mindset, and me trying to better myself, and her also trying to better ourselves, but the way we're trying to better ourselves is just clashing. Like
Yeah, of course.
she's very much now. At the time, was more. How can I put it? She would just deal with things by just. She thinks everything's a party, basically. Like everything, everything's just laugh and jokes, have a party, blah blah blah. And certain people I didn't want to be around and have my kids around them, and things just weren't working out, basically. But yeah, we mended things, and things are probably the best they've ever been. Things are the most calm they've ever been. There's no problems. There's no issues. Life is very good. But yeah, through all these things she's been through, I genuinely don't know how she's here.
Of course.
I've seen this. I've walked into this woman.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
got you.
no.
I got you. The way that you raise your family now, is there any way that you feel yourself honoring her sacrifices?
Repeat that again. Sorry.
Like the way that you raise your family now, is there any way that you see yourself, like whether it's consciously or subconsciously, honoring her sacrifice?
In a way, yes, because like I was saying, I used to have a different outlook on things. I used to be, I guess, in a sense, angry, and almost we've not had the greatest bond. So it was almost like we never spoke about things in it. So we just didn't speak about anything at all. No matter what craziness happened, we just it was shut out. We didn't speak about it. But seeing her get through these things, and I don't know, man. I don't know. It's tough, man. There's so much stuff, but I'm just happy that we managed to sort things out, and we are where we are. Really.
Of course, of course. What would you tell your mom now that you couldn't say back then?
Probably just that, simply that I'm here. Like I'm here for you. Like I'm here to help you, protect you. All these things. Like I say, we didn't talk about nothing. So when something bad happened, we was going through stuff. Um, she would deal with it her way. I would deal with it my way. Sometimes we go separate ways. There, I would simply just tell her, "Look, I got you. Let's work this out together."
Okay,
Basically.
that's beautiful, man. Seriously, it is. All right, no more tears, hopefully. At least for these next two sections. You know, I'm not trying to
Jesus, man.
make this poor Hecker's, you know.
How about I got the JD? Shit.
Anime! Boom.
Woo!
You said anime shaped you, not just as a fan, but as a man. You know, guaranteed a lot of motherfuckers like us that didn't grow up with dads and stuff like that. You know, Akira Toriyama was that guy for us. Straight up. Love the dude, right? And whether it's from Dragon Ball Z to Hunter x Hunter to My Hero or Attack on Titan, you've learned a lot through their wars. Which characters across those stories feel most like a reflection of you, Hackers?
Good question.
You're damn right it is.
That's a brilliant question.
You're damn right it is.
It's weird because growing up, I think we would always see ourselves as like the strongest guys. So we'd see ourselves as the Goku, the Vegeta, whatever. I look back now. Well, in the life I have now, bro, I'm a Gohan.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Gohan, bro. I've got that beast in me. That sounds mad, by the way. But I just wanna chill with my family, man. I just wanna be with my kids. I just wanna bring up my family correct, be with my wife and kids. That's so Gohan, bro. He doesn't want to fight. He doesn't want to do this anymore. He's got the strength in him, but he wants the peaceful life. He wants to make sure the kids are brought up correct. So probably Gohan. In other animes, I don't know. Everyone else in anime is crazy. I can't say anyone from Attack on Titan because that show is fucked up. Hunter, you know what? Actually, Gon is an incredible character. You know, That kid is.
Bro, I can't even tell you how many times Hunter x Hunter had me with the saucer cup lip and the big watery eyes, bro. What a show that one is, man. Jesus Christ.
What an amazing kid Gon is. And then
is.
to see him get to that breaking point, I don't want to, like, people are going to watch, I don't want to spoil shit, but he got to.
The show's been out for 10,000 points. Stop it. Right? If they haven't watched it, they haven't watched it.
But he's such a bright, happy, young kid that's just so excited to see his friends. Like, he's just going on this journey. You go on this journey with him, and then it's like so late in the show. Like, he's like this through the whole show, and then it's like near the end of the show, something happens basically, and it just completely breaks him, and he's just, you've never seen this side to him ever. And I feel like I could kind of resonate with that a little bit. I'm very zero, not necessarily 0 to 100. I'm mostly 0, but it would take a lot for me to ever go to 100. There's no in between. Like, it's either all or nothing with me. Yeah. Like, I'm not going to argue. I'm not going to debate. I don't care about opinions. I don't care about giving you my opinion. It's either I'm cool or let's fight. It's either that.
Okay, that's fair. All right, so segueing into Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, the entire show asks you, what is the cost of freedom? What does that question mean to you personally?
What is the cost of freedom? That's a good question.
Damn right it is.
Tough one. I need some inspiration. What does that mean to you?
Me, I just mean, you know, you got to be willing to do whatever the hell it takes to keep your happiness, brother. Because I think happiness is freedom. When you could wake up and there's like no little, like, yeah, granted, we all get a little pangs of anxiety. But when you wake up, right, and like your mind is completely free because you haven't upset anybody. The way you live is just like, it's for you, you know, like you just don't care. All right, well, you're mad at me because I'm living my life this way. That's your problem, brother. I got nothing to say to you. You know, to me, that is the cost of freedom. That sometimes the cost of freedom will cost you the people around you. Keep it a buck.
I agree with that completely, to be honest. Everything you just said, I agree with that. I kind of feel the same way. I feel that it's difficult depending on your personality and what kind of person you are. I find it very difficult to put myself first. Like, that's why I should have stopped streaming sooner, because I felt like that for so long. But I was thinking about others. Even just in general life, I'm always putting people before myself. This is why I end up falling out with family and blah, 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 whatever. It's tough, but you do have to change your mindset into putting yourself first, putting you and yours.
Yeah, of course.
Your family. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's a tough one.
That's okay. Like I said, there's really no right or wrong answer for these types of things. You know? Is there a line or lesson from an anime that still guides you till this day, whether it's as a father, a husband, or even as a content creator? It could even just be somebody's arc that you looked at it and you're just like, damn, bro, you know what? I feel that, man. Pause.
I'm trying to go through all the animes. Give me a sec.
And it doesn't have to be the ones that I've listed, by the way. It could be any of them.
Yeah, of course. Bro, actually, yes. Flipping. Have you watched My Hero? Yeah.
Yes, I have. Yes.
You're caught up.
Ish, within reason. Yes.
I think it's season. Well, we're on 1-8 now, aren't we? Last season, I think it was.
Yeah.
There's an arc with Endeavor, right? And basically, this whole arc is how he was a shit husband and a shit father, basically. Despicable human being, right? So he's gone through this whole, I guess it's the start of the series, really, trying to somewhat change himself. And there's a part in, I can't remember what the episode is, basically one of his sons, I don't know if I'm gonna spoil it, you should have watched it, right? There's a part in this arc where he's fighting his son. His son's become evil because of basically he was shunned out from the family. The dad shunned him out because he didn't. It's hard to explain. He didn't have the powers that he wanted. He was basically using the mom to breed this powerful child, right?
Yeah.
And this child he thought didn't have this power he was looking for, essentially, and so he shunned him out. He was a shit father to him. He never really paid any attention. They never took any notice of him. And this is all coming back to haunt him within this season, basically. And his son's dealing with all this anger and suppressed feelings that he's gone through all his life. And his son's basically, they're fighting. He's trying to kill him. His son wants his dad dead. Like, he hates him for all this. So he thinks. And basically, Endeavor, the dad, he's just so shocked and hurt by what he did to his son, and how, because he's trying to change, he can't believe that that's the man he used to be, and he was willing to die. His son's basically doing this move to kill himself, basically, and in game. And the dad is so distraught with what he's done to his son. He's gonna die with him, so he's not alone. And boy, bro, I have never cried at an episode like that ever. Bro, I swear that shit was great. It's not like it's anything that I can relate to.
Yeah,
but it was just so well done, so well written. Like, that shit had me bawling. And then the whole family turned up, the brothers and the sisters, the mom, and they're all trying to calm him down, and they're all talking to him, and the son's like, this is all it took for you lot to notice me, and blah blah blah. But it's too late, like, he's on his way out. And yeah, it was just sad, man. It was just sad. That shit there, Endeavor's arc was insane, impeccable.
It's beautiful when an anime decides to give somebody that you really pay attention to kind of like in the foreground, and then they just blow it up into this whole thing. I love it when they do that.
That shit, it was crazy, man. So good, so good.
Do you think anime taught you how to express emotion differently than the world expected of you?
Maybe.
Like
Maybe.
when I say that, right? Like, it doesn't just have to do with that. It also has to do with, like, I feel like anime, especially animes like Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, etc., they kept a lot of kids that were in bad neighborhoods from going into the hood and, like, kind of like living that lifestyle. You know, and I feel like that anime can segue into that type of thing too, you know, where it's kind of like, damn, like, I'm not saying that motherfuckers walk around going, let me not do that because Goku would be disappointed in me, but, you know.
Yeah, no, I get you. I'm just trying to think. Not really, because I was such a... Yes and no. In my head, but I was such a suppressed child that dealing with my emotions was never really... It was just something that I combated alone. So it was... Yeah, it was like having to channel that inner Goku, in a sense, to battle these mental battles and get through things. And, what would Goku do? How would Goku deal with this? It was more a way of dealing with it in my own head rather than expressing myself, if that makes sense.
Of course.
Yeah. I think most things I watched, whether it was Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, anime, whatever it was, I think that's why I resonated all of my days, especially Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog is like, bro, I remember getting my first console, the Master System, getting Sonic the Hedgehog, and I don't know what it was. Like, he didn't even talk or nothing, like, in the first game. But I just resonated. Like, he just seemed so carefree, and I remember just wishing I could be like that. Sonic's always been like that as well, even to this day. Like, he's so carefree. You can't really bother the guy unless like something serious is going on. He's just a happy dude, and I just always wanted to be like Sonic.
I love that, bro. Honestly, I really do. That's beautiful. You hear that, guys? He always wanted to be dressed up in blue and wear red sneakers.
Okay. All right.
All right. Dynasty Warriors. Boom.
Woo!
All right. You love Dynasty Warriors. The rhythm of war, the endless march, the duty and repetition. For some, it's just a game. For you, I feel like it's meditation in motion. Keep it a buck. Right? You fought countless battles in that series where the enemy never truly ends. Does that ever feel familiar to you?
I guess so, yeah.
Man, thought I was gonna
Bro,
ask him which Hula Gate was the worst.
Bro, you switched it up, man. What the hell? Wait, repeat the question again. I'm losing thought.
you fought countless battles in that series where the enemy never truly ends. Does that ever feel familiar to you?
Yes, because Dynasty Warriors, for me, I remember seeing it for the first time. I had no idea what it was. I went to my cousin's house, and my uncle had it on his PS2. And I remember it was Dynasty Warriors 2, and he was just playing that on the big TV, the big back TV. I remember I was just passing by the room, and I just stopped and looked at the TV, and I was just staring at this game, and I was thinking, yo, this is like real life. Like this is the game stores like times. Yo, bro, to me that was like I was seeing that actual war. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was seeing that actual war. Like this, it was like to me there was 1,000 enemies on the screen at that time. Yeah, and I just fell in love with the look of it. And I didn't have a PS2 or anything at this point. But I remember shortly after this, my granddad passed, and he left me a bit of money. He left me like £500. PS2 was £250.
Damn.
I bought that PS2, £250. Get the other £250 to my mum. I just bought the PS2 with Dynasty Warriors, and that was me on my way. That's how it started.
I love that.
And there's been so many games throughout so many years, especially whilst I was young. All these games have good and bad memories associated with them, but Dynasty Warriors, especially more than any other game, I remember like shit's going wrong. Like I'm in houses I don't want to be in. People are around that I want around and whatever. Bro, I had Dynasty Warriors. Dynasty Warriors got me through my whole childhood, fam. When I think about it, because there was a game pretty much every year, and I was committed to those games, bro. Through my whole childhood, Dynasty Warriors got me through. So to answer your question, the battle it was getting me through was the battle inside my head, and yeah, that was for years, ongoing.
Of course.
Even now, when there's a new Dynasty Warriors announced or whatever, that part of me, that kid in me, is so excited to get back in that mind state of block everything out and just go and slay thousands of enemies. This shit just resonates with me.
Out of all the... No, go ahead.
So I'm going to say, I guess in a way, it's kind of a release as well. Like, Dynasty Warriors is, in a way, when you're playing the game, it's so mindless that you're just running around killing enemies. It's just... I don't know, man. It's just, to me, it's the greatest game ever on a personal note.
Of course.
Because of how much that game carried me through life, like, in general. But yeah, sorry, what was you going to say, fam?
Out of all the warriors, the great warriors in Dynasty Warrior, there's countless of them, even if they've been reinvented or they go from just a regular no-face officer to somebody with a really cool weapon and dope, etc., right? Out of all those warriors, which one mirrors your own drive and exhaustion?
Zhao Yun, all day, every day. Zhao Yun. And I know it's kind of an obvious pick because he's a poster boy, but he's just a faultless character in the sense of he is almost, in a way, like an anime. He has the mindset of an anime character. How they portray him in the games, isn't it? I don't know how he was in real life, but how they portray him in the games, he's selfless, heroic. He will put his own life in danger, like what he did with Liu Shan, saving Liu Bei's child.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That kind of, just shit like that. He was the pinnacle to me. Yeah, I wanted to be like Zhao Yun. He was that guy for me. He was basically, just simply put, a hero.
Of course.
He to me is what a hero was, and I guess he was the first character I used anyway in Dynasty Warriors 2.
Yeah, so, same, and I think it's just because he looked cool. Like, that's how I used to do it.
Yeah,
he looks
exactly.
cool.
Yeah.
All right. If your life were a Dynasty Warriors campaign, what would the title of your final stage be?
The title of the final stage. That's a good one.
Well, man, just close your eyes and picture that guitar riff in your head. Dun, 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 dun. Bumbleclaw.
Yeah, I'm trying to be serious. I can't think of a funny one, but I'm trying to be serious about it.
It could be funny too, man. There's no wrong answers.
What would the final stage be called?
Imagine Ross Clark, Pussy Clark, Bumble Clark, Death. Just like
Oh shit! No, wait. I really want to think about this one. I want a good one.
Of course.
This is a good question. What would be a good way to sum up life and make it the final battle?
Ellie, please.
I've got an idea in my head. I'm trying to figure out how to word it into making it sound like a battle title. What is it? Chat GBT. I don't know how to word this one. I've got it there. I just don't know how to pull it in title format. Give me a sec.
Of course.
I simply would just. Maybe this is dark. I don't know, but I would simply just. It's not a job interview. No, this is deeper than a job interview. What do you mean?
We asked him about his favorite game, Kelly.
I was simply. This is gonna sound so dead, but it's gonna mean more to me. But I would literally just name it the final battle. Literally, that sounds so dead. I know. That sounds shit. I know. But if it's the final battle of my life, it just means all the pain and everything's gonna be over. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know how else to put that into a title.
I don't mean to laugh. I don't mean to laugh, bro, but it'd be some shit. You in that hospital bed on your way, surrounded by grandkids, and you just picturing yourself as Zo Yun driving down the fucking thing, making your way with Lupe's baby down the fucking down the stage and shit, bro. That would be some shit, but I think it'd be beautiful though.
Yeah, I was trying to think of something around the theme of like it was all worth it or something. I couldn't think of a good title out of it.
All right.
But the final battle.
No, it's beautiful. I like it. All right, now we're gonna go back into sadness for a bit. We're gonna talk about We're gonna talk about the beautiful woman in your life that her name being mentioned with anything I do gets me scared in New York City. So we're gonna talk about your lovely wife, right? Behind every good man, there's not a shadow. There's a mirror. Someone who sees you at your weakest and still calls you home. That's your lovely wife, man. What does partnership mean to you after all these years?
Bro, Kelly is literally. I feel like me and Kelly, it's a cheat code, really, because me and Kelly.
It really is. Y'all are disgusting, bro. Like I hate it. Like, yeah. It's so good that I hate it.
Because we, like I say, when we met each other, we was just friends and blah blah blah. But we was like such good friends. Like we were best friends. Like I would stay over our house, mom would make me food, blah 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 blah. Like that level of friendship we had. That was my best friend for a few years. And then obviously things happened, you know what I mean? And we got into a relationship. But to be fair, like we kept the relationship on a hush for a little bit. We're trying to keep it like separate from our friend group at the time. The bestest of friends. And Kelly's taught me a lot. In a way, this is gonna sound stupid, but Kelly's taught me how to be a man.
No, it's not stupid. Don't think of it. That's not stupid at all. Continue.
Yeah, she's given me the guidance and the reason to keep fighting and keep going. To be honest, she's taught me quite literally everything. If I wasn't with her, I would be a piece of shit. Like I would still be a waste man. You know, she's brought me through it. Many that, yeah, they do. Kelly's brought me through everything because I'm more of a bloke. That's true. That tash needs shaving now, by the way. Yeah, but yeah, Kelly is my rock. She's seen me at my lowest. She's the reason if I'm at my highest, it's because of her. She is the reason.
LP.
Does she have you at gunpoint, bro? No, 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 not at the moment. Uh, but yeah, she's carried me through everything. She's like everything I've told you, everything about the past and blah blah blah. She is the one that picked me up. She is the one that got me through it. It was her. She did it. And she's the one that's kept me going, even through all the shit that I've gone through in the past few years as well. It's always been her. She is the one that's given me everything. All I've ever needed in life is simply just a home with a family, and she's given me all of that. This room here might seem stupid. I don't feel safer anywhere else in the world but here. This is my domain. Like, this is the only place I am me. As soon as I walk out this door, I am not me. In this place right here, this is where I am the most hackers, if you will, ever. As soon as I step outside, now I'm not me. That's not me. I'm only comfortable around Kelly. I only want to. No, that's rude. I don't only want to be around Kelly, but most of the time.
No, it's not rude. Honestly, if that's your rock, that's your comfort, bro. You know, nobody can hold that. You know, like I can't talk on nothing because I'm a sleaze, but you know, I mean, it's like, but I could imagine it from your point of view that it's like when you're in a room of people that you don't know, finding Kelly's hand and holding on to it can really just ground you right there at that moment.
Bro, genuinely, if Kelly's not going, I ain't going. What do you mean? I'm not going there. And the only person I'm comfortable around is like at max. Like, I'm comfortable with a lot of people. Don't get it twisted. But Kelly's the only one that's 100%. She's the only one. And obviously my kids before that, but still Kelly. Kelly's 100%
Of course.
one. But yeah, she means everything to me. She's taught me a lot in life in general. Taught me a lot about myself. I learned a lot through her. Yeah, she's actually, it's no exaggeration when I say she's changed my life.
Of course.
And I wouldn't be here doing all this if it wasn't for her and the support she's given me through all the years since she's met me.
What's one thing that Kelly has taught you about love that no game or story ever could?
No game or story ever could. I feel like with game and stories, it's all a little bit, maybe a bit, it's one or the other. It's either too fucking sad or too fucking happy ending. Love with Kelly is real life. Like, we're going through real life shit. We don't always get on. Sometimes we have disagreements, but we got to a point where we can talk about these things. I think it's important. Communication is the most important thing in a relationship to me. And the relationship is weird. It's kind of gone backwards for me and Kelly. So when we first got together, the relationship was hard work. It started out hard. We were both coming from, I guess, really bad mindsets. Obviously, I was going through what I was going through. Kelly had, I won't talk about Kelly's stuff, but Kelly was going through certain things as well. We both had a, I don't want to say commitment issues, but we had a guard up that neither of us wanted to let down. And over time, that guard has dropped, and we started off rough.
Yes.
And became, so we didn't have a honeymoon stage. Things started off rough. We're at the honeymoon stage. We're at the honeymoon stage now. We're the best we've ever been. Kelly's, you know, when you're younger, again, because I've been Kelly since I was young.
Yes.
When you're younger, that first girlfriend you get, or whatever, the girlfriends, everyone you think, yeah, this is the one, this is the love, blah 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 blah. And then I got with Kelly, and it's like, how could I ever compare any of that shit? This is what love is. This is actually what love is. We built a family together. There's nothing can compare. I'm good for life. I don't need any other woman. Just that one. Like, I'm good.
Damn. We stop. All right. Last question for this. How has being married changed your idea of strength?
Changed my idea of strength. I feel after marriage, it gives you that. I don't know how to explain it. It's like being husband and wife She's got my last name. Actually, yo, that sounds crazy, Larissa. That threw me off. That completely threw me off. Yeah, being husband and wife, her taking my last name, the kids having my last name, it feels surreal. Like, I wish this for everybody. I really do. I wish everyone could have this. Yeah, I'm keeping it to no. Sorry. Let me stop reading chat. You lot throw me off. Yeah, I wish everyone could have this. I really do. I'm so I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say getting married changed everything, or it's made us so much closer, blah blah blah. Because we've always been close. Like I say, we've always been best friends. But I wanted to marry her. I wanted to make her my wife because we are that committed. It's us against the world. And marriage only just secures that for me, I think. I mean, I knew it was secure anyway, but you know what I'm saying. Like, it just put that lock on it. That was like the final. Was the only thing left to do, I think.
Of course.
To secure our love for each other, basically.
All right, so we're going into the final two pieces of the interview. You know, one of them is just it's the last 5 questions, which are the ones that I tried to get like a truck, and then the last 5 feel good ones. This way you go to sleep without you know, hating me. So you know, here we go. Is there any part of your story, right, that you just don't talk about, that you just whisper to yourself every once in a while and be like, yeah, I'm glad I made it out of there? I know you kind of touched on that when it came to you staying at your grandmother's house, but is there anything else where you just be like,
that stuff, I'm fine with talking about that stuff.
Okay.
That definitely has been other things. Like I say, with like falling out with family. Like I think I mentioned this before on stream anyway, but I've only just started talking to my sister again,
yes,
which was
yeah.
really that was a tough time. That was a very tough time because this same period, I won't get into the details of it, but in this period, I fell out with my sister and my mum, and that's just purely a clash on, like I said, difference of parenting and what's allowed, what's not allowed, and we just wasn't agreeing basically. Things got a bit too much. Things were getting way too heated, and in the end, yeah, we just all stopped talking. I won't go into too much details, but I think that period was probably the hardest. That might have been the hardest period than when I was younger. Because when I was younger, I kind of just accepted things, and like I say, I didn't talk about things. I struggle with talk. I've got Kelly now, so when I talk about things, I don't like to talk about things because I feel like it's making it. How can I put it? When I say things out loud, it feels like it's just. I don't know. I feel like I can block things out really well, but when I talk about it, it puts me in a bad mindset. It's almost like like people say, you know, you talk about things, you let it out, and you'll feel better. It's the opposite for me. If I talk about things, I'm going to be stuck in the mindset because I've said this and that, and I didn't want to say it or that kind of thing. Detachment. Yeah, in a sense. But yeah, that period was probably the hardest part of my life. Very difficult for me because throughout all the, like, growing up, all the bullshit that we went through, I had my brother and my sister. Obviously, we didn't have like technology like that. We had the odd few consoles, but the bond with my brother and my sister was everything to me. And I grew up in my younger years, especially early teenagers, making content. And the early content I was making was with my brother and my sister. That's how everything started. And they definitely take a lot from me. I kind of have that in my family in general. Like because I passed down my personality, I guess, to my siblings. They passed down their personality to their kids. Well, my brother ain't got kids, but to my sister's kids, and I've passed it to my kids. They're a bunch of hackers just running around like causing mayhem. But yeah, that was the hardest thing because my siblings really looked up to me. And the thing what I was saying about you and Krista earlier and how I dealt with that, that's how my brother dealt with it. he did not deal with it well either. So it was all just it was just a mess.
Of course.
And they were like our kids. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So the bond with, I think that's why the whole, you and Krista thing hit me so hard, because the bond I had with my brother and my sister was kind of tarnished at that point. I've always been close with my brother, but with my sister especially, and I couldn't fix that situation. That's what kind of hit me hard, and it's why, right, I need to leave. So yeah, I don't know. I won't probably ever talk about that situation in detail, but that's probably,
of course, yeah,
the one thing. Yeah, that's probably the one thing I think.
You being the older sibling, me being an older sibling myself, there tends to be a lot of times where, we are the lightning rod right up there with our parent. Is there anything that you shielded your brother and sister from that has just left you with a bunch of I'm glad that I went through that and they didn't go through that?
Yeah. Yes and no, because I feel like even though they were very young, I can still see how things affected them as well. I couldn't shield them enough, even though I tried. I was the big brother that was, like I say, I was getting them when my brother must have been I don't know, 4 years old, sister 9, and I'm getting them to do content with me. This was our escape. This was the escape I built for us, basically. We was always doing content, making stupid little videos. I might have some one day. I might show them, but yeah, I was using that as the escape. With gaming as well. Me and my brother obviously always used to game. I'm 10 years older than my brother, so he used to get beat up on everything. He didn't like it, but you know what I mean.
He was gaming on you or trying to plot on your ass with the controller.
Yo, for real. Gaming and making content has always been the escape, always, for all of us. And yeah, like I say, they've still had their issues that they've gone through that's probably still affected them today. My brother's very, very much, in fact, both of them, they're very much like me. They struggle to open up, maybe some detachment issues as well, anxiety, all of that. So they're very similar to me, very, very similar. So we've all got through it, but yeah, some of the effects are still there.
Of course. When you look at your two beautiful kids, right, with their own growing personalities, or obviously a lot of it's you, because I met them both and it was like I was with two mini-me's in the same flat and shit. It was like having 3 Heckers and Kelly. When you look at them, right, and you see their little personalities developing, they're becoming their own person. Are there any aches from your childhood that you just finally feel shutting down and you're like, all right, that doesn't hurt anymore. This is my truth now?
Yeah, all of it, if I'm honest, all of it, because it's like I've carried that I guess all that weight and that mental anxiety and stress for so long. I had no real focus and anything to get away from it. Yes, I gamed, yes, I made content, but it just wasn't enough. I had no real drive for anything. I was doing these things just for a distraction. That's all it was, a distraction. I had no real drive to better myself or any of these things. Then having kids changed me completely, I would say. In a sense, changed me completely. Everything I do now is literally for them. Yeah, literally. Yo, the simplest thing, getting up, going to work, all for them, bro. If I didn't have kids, I would not be at this job. I would have left a long time ago. The simplest things like that. Everything I do, every bit of money I make, all day, every day, I'm thinking, how can I just do better for them? I want to give them the best life that I can. And trying to protect, like I say, I think they take some similarities from me with anxiety and stuff like that. So it's difficult. Like I say, in a sense, I feel guilty that I am the way I am, because things are passed on, I think, from me. So I think that's why I'm just overcompensating as a father, I think. But, it is what it is, as long as they're happy.
Of course. God forbid, right? Everything ended tomorrow. What would you want the people who love you with all their heart to know?
That if I was gone tomorrow, um, in the mindset I'm in now, that you have.
That's a good one, but like I'm not gonna. I don't want people to think I died bald, bro. That was hair here.
um, yeah, that the mindset I'm in now. If I was gone tomorrow, that just know I'm okay. Like I went out happy. Like I'm probably in the best position I've ever been in my life. I'm not sure how it can get any better, to be honest.
Of course.
I've lived a very rocky life, ups and downs. You know what I'm saying? But this is the best moment of my life. Every day, every day these days is the best moment of my life. I'm very content, very happy. Yes, I still have my struggles. Yes, I still have my battles, my mental battles. But I'm telling you, it's the best it's ever been. It's the best it's ever been. New house, that's all we need. Yes, and I want to get a new house for the family before my time's done.
Of course, of course. Hi, Squatch. All right, so now that we're out of that, right, we're down to the final 5 questions and stuff, man. Again, thank you so much for doing this, man. I really appreciate it. If your life were because this is just about reflection. If your life were a story-driven game, what is the name of this current chapter right now?
Ooh. I would say compassion, purely because in my time off, well, I guess life in general, but especially in my time off, I feel like I've been learning to deal with things much better. I've always been the guy to think from both sides of the story. I never make up my mind from like what one person's saying. And I try to find this is I know this is a stupid way to think, but try to find the best in everybody, even if they don't deserve it. I always try to put myself in the mindset of others. I think how they must feel. Why do they feel to, I guess, be the way they are? What did they go through for them to be like that? I think if we just all have a little bit more compassion for one another, the world would be better. World peace is an impossible task. That will never happen. But if we can all just get a little bit of compassion for our fellow human beings, the world could be a better place. If we just take a step back, maybe not react off emotions, maybe not react off anger, take a step back and think, well, why have they done this? Why did they feel this way? Blah, 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 blah. Communication can be a lot better. If we're all just a bit more compassionate and not try to forcibly look for the worst in people, I think we'd all be a lot happier. We're all here one time only. One time. Let's just love each other a bit more, you know?
Of course.
Unless you're a piece of shit, obviously. But that's different.
If you could set one rule for your entire Twitch community, or even for humanity, what would it be?
Don't send me no more fucking games to my email.
Understood.
No, one rule. One rule for my entire Twitch community. I don't want to repeat myself, but just welcome everybody. Treat everybody with open arms. Not Harvey's friends that keep jumping in my chat. Ban them. Welcome everybody with open arms. Love everybody. I know it's very difficult, and I know like trust is broken on this platform. Like it's very, you don't know where. I'm telling you, you feel safe with me. You can come be with me. Everything's fine. I'm not judging nobody. If I find out you've done something wrong, that's different. But love and positivity, Josh. That's why we got that love and positivity. Yeah. Let's just all learn to love each other a little bit better. Let's support each other, and just don't be a dickhead. Really, that's the one rule. Don't be a dickhead. Just love each other.
Okay. Okay.
Be compassionate. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. All right. When the credits roll on Heckers, the story, just Heckers the story, Heckers the person, Heckers the Twitch streamer, Heckers the father. Hecker's the husband, Hecker's the brother, etc., etc., etc. What final image would you want the world to see? And it could just be a picture that you really hold dear and close to your heart.
Okay. I'm glad you said that because I had a stupid picture in my mind.
It better not have been the one of us drunk in Manchester, because that would have been some shit.
Absolutely not. I would never show anyone that. That's you. That would be your final picture.
You're damn right it is.
Larissa said, "Bunda, are you mad? I don't got no pictures of my ass." Right. The final picture.
Yeah.
One that I physically have, or one I would take.
It could be either or. Shit, it could be a future picture you have in your mind.
A final picture. It would just be. I just want the final picture. Maybe this is a bit of an obvious answer, but I would just want me, the family, the community, everyone that's ever they've had an impact in my life, or I've had an impact in theirs, whatever. If there's ever been a bond at any point, we've ever touched each other's soul, sounds mad. Everybody just there to look back on and say, this was the life I lived, this was the people I've met, this was the chapters I went through, these are all the people that have been on this journey. Even if it was for only 5 minutes, I would have everybody there in that final picture just to look back on and say, this was my life, this is how I did it, these were the people in it, I love everybody, goodbye.
Beautiful. All right, Heckers, thank you so much for coming to the Emperor's Corner, my brother. Is there anything you would like to say that has nothing to do with the questions asked today or just in general?
Anything I would like to say? I just want to say, first of all, sorry to each and every one of you for, in a sense, being me, because I am.
Somebody describes it.
Yeah, go on, Danny.
Artsy_Danny has elected the way of
Hi,
joy.
Danny. All right, so go ahead, continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just want to apologize to every single one of you. Essentially, because I know you're going to say, don't apologize. Just because I know that I'm hard work, in the sense of, like, yes, I'm easily approachable, but unfortunately, I'm someone that doesn't require a lot of communication to feel the strength of the friendship, basically.
Of course, yeah.
So I can be it can feel that I'm very distant, but I'm not. Like, I'm there, like just a text or whatever away, I'm there. But it's just how I deal with life, how I cope with things. Like, I'm okay. Like, yeah, I guess that's the word, Kelly. Yeah. I'm very okay with not speaking for a month, and you come back into my life and like everything, I will treat you with open arms. Like, it's just how I deal with things, it's just how I get through life. Unfortunately, I've spent so much time alone and stuff, like, growing up. This is just how I've learned to deal with it, and it's just a part of me now. It's not a good thing, I'm not saying it's a good thing, but that's why I'm apologizing. You know, my game invite for 6 weeks. No, I didn't see the message. I actually didn't see the message that time. But yeah, I just want to apologize for that. And also, in regards to the year break, I do feel like things kind of crumbled a little bit when I dipped. There was a bunch of people, especially from my community, that just gave up on Twitch after that. And I'm sorry I kind of ripped that away from you lot. But those of you that are back, just know I appreciate you. Thank you for sticking with me all this time. I've been doing content and shit on and off for the good of about 10 years. And doing this Twitch stuff, beating all you lot, has been the best experience through any of this. So, I'm going to write don't do no damn apology. Listen, it's out in the open now. Just know that I love all of you lot. I've got no hate in my heart, man. I'm just here for a good time. Forget all the bullshit. Block everything out. Let's just do this. Let's just make memories together, and let's just be as happy as I can. Compassion, people. Compassion.
I wasn't gonna drink tonight, but this motherfucker got me sad, bro. Like, let me tell you something. And where's that bottle of tequila I'm not touching? He hurt me today, brother. This was like legit. Like, I've had some emotional moments on this platform with like this interview stuff, but goddamn, bro, Heckers took me on a roller coaster today, man. Legit.
That's actually your own fault. What kind of stupid questions? Like, what the hell?
I didn't think you'd answer them like that. You have to understand, like I get it. Like,
down?
I know.
You give me a non-15-minute horror game to play. That's telling me look behind me, and then the devil's gonna appear at 3 a.m.
Yeah, he went like this, guys. He went like this.
No.
Oh shit! There you go, Danny. Okay, next Twitch meetup when? Ooh, that's a good one.
Just come to Derby, Larissa. Come on.
Yeah, Larissa, I'll go to Derby if you go to Derby. Krista, you too. What are we saying? I mean, y'all can't all stay at my flat, but you know, because it's my flat. It says it in the front. This is Meta's flat. Oh shit! All right, closing dialogue. Right. This is something that comes from the heart, etc. So if you cry, I take full responsibility. But
I've cried enough, fam.
done. You're right. Yeah, you're done. You're gonna get some good sleep tonight, boy. The mass whooping cries. All right. There are people who chase glory. There are people who build legacy. Heckers builds. He fights battles that aren't always seen, but the light that follows him, that's real. He's proof that the dark doesn't swallow everyone. Sometimes it forges them. That fatherhood can be a bit of a redemption. That laughter and fear can be faith. And if you ever wonder what strength looks like, it's a man who shows up for others, even when he's tired. Heckers, my friend, thank you for being a light in the dark, brother. Seriously. This is the Emperor's Corner, and thank you so much for today, man.
Bro, thank you for having me. Thank you for, these things that we spoke about today. I will say these are not things I've ever spoken about to anyone, other than Kelly, obviously.
Kelly,
so,
fuck off.
Yeah. So, yeah, these are things I hope you can appreciate. I've tried to be as open as possible. There, obviously, there's a lot of things.
No, you did great. You did great, honestly. Like, I couldn't have asked for anything better, honestly, really.
But no, thank you for being an amazing host and friend, bro. This was very good to get a few things, not necessarily off my chest, but just show people that you can really go through some bullshit and still do what you want to do, still make it, still fucking like, bro. It sounds stupid, like I always say this, but before every stream, like I am so anxious, so fucking nervous and blah blah blah. And even though I've been doing it, like I say, for 10 plus years or whatever, but the thought of you lot, the energy you lot bring keeps me going, man. So let's just keep that energy going. Let's keep supporting each other, and let's not send any more horror games.
Yeah, you're right. Have yourself a good night, brother. Take care of yourself, all right?
You too, fam. Thank you, bro. Thank you. Bye, peeps. Do you want me to leave or like what are we doing?
I mean, you can bounce if you want, unless you got to talk to me about something after.
No, I didn't know if you was keeping me on the thing or not. So you're exiting. All right, bye.
Oh no,
bye.
I'm just saying, like it's time to go to bed for you. Well, not bed, but but pretty sure you want to go hug the wife and stuff. Chill for a bit, maybe beat some ass in Tekken. Not mine. I'm not touching nothing.
That's fair.
You done beat me up enough today.
No, yeah, you beat me up with them horror games. Bye, peeps. Love you lot. Bye. Bye.
Ah, shit. Well, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Whoa, what is this Zoom? God damn. All right, pimple nose. I appreciate y'all for stopping by anytime that you guys could have given me. That was beautiful and tough. And I think that's what being vulnerable is. I think that vulnerable is always that. I am going to announce my next guest. Thank you, Jackson. My next guest within the hour, right? And this is somebody that I've really wanted to speak to like this, only because we've become very close in the past couple of months and stuff. Yo, thank you, Larissa. I appreciate that. Only because we've become very close in the past couple of months and shit. Man, I need more friends. Oh, there he is. All right. Oh, I was about to say, I don't see nobody to raid out to, and I'm like, all right. No, but you'll see the video, Jax. You'll see the video soon. But this is somebody that I've become really close to in the past couple of months and stuff. Who's been there for me for a lot of late night stuff and shit. When she's just like, oh, can we play this and etc. or whatever. All right, we're gonna rate out to Jackie Boy. That's my boy. You know, me and him are big Oasis fans. All I know is you could take me there. You know, I was at the concert in Manchester. I just didn't tell nobody. No, I wasn't. I'm joking. If y'all are subbed, take the first one, ! Raid. Thank you all so much, you know, for stopping by for this. This is a little pleasure project of mine. You know, that I decided to do because I wanted to take the taste out of the last one, out of everybody's mouth. Pause. You know, and I feel like it's beautiful. Like Hecker said, it's beautiful to be vulnerable, man. Do not let
Larissa
Aw.
_ has been crazy enough to hang out here for 10 months, less than 3.
Do not be afraid to ever have that adult conversation with that person that, you know, you've been feeling like you guys are like down in the dumps with or whatever. Like I will try my damnedest to save a friendship if I can, you know. But yeah, you know, sometimes this is like Hector said, there's nothing you could do, man. There is nothing you could do, like literally, you know. But it's still beautiful, you know, regardless, like the moments and everything, man. I'll never regret any type of like camaraderie or anytime anybody's given me an ear on this platform. And Heckers has been that for me, even though it's tough loving this motherfucker because it's like he says, he never, like, he doesn't respond to no, like, literally, I've grown